Hey everyone, it's your boy Captain Hunter coming at you again. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. We got a good one for you today. We're going to be looking at Brother Umar Johnson. Now, I know that Umar Johnson has had some issues with his school going on and things along those lines. But I think that the brother is well-spoken, well-read, and I would challenge anyone to have a debate with him. He said some things that really made me really think about the direction that we all need to be going in the direction of the African American community. And so I really can appreciate what he said. I know. Listen, I'm the type of person that no matter what the source of the information from, if it's good information, I'm going to take it. Right? They used to call it eating the meat and spitting out the bones, right? So, but I like Umar Johnson. I think he's well read. I think he's on point. Vast majority of the time, I agree with him. I know he's said some controversial things or things that I don't want to get into the controversies, but I think that what he says here is really on point and really necessary for us to hear. The manosphere is blowing up. People are at one another. It is men and women's relationships have never been to this level, to this point before, and it's getting worse because of social media. It's getting worse because of so many things that are going on, and people are able to see different lifestyles and all this type of stuff. And the relationship between men and women is just growing further and further apart. So here on this channel, we want to talk about, what do we want to talk about? We want to talk about how you can be the best version of yourself. You're a young man and you want to build a business, you want to build a home, you want to build a family, you want to build a career, you want to move up in the world, you want to advance, you want to go to school, you want to lose weight, you want to eat right, you want to change your life, change your habits, right? So this is the things that we're going to be focusing on this channel. We're not going to be bashing other people. We're not going to talk about, what the so-called white man is doing. We're not going to talk about what female energy is giving off. We want to talk about you being the best version of yourself. What is stopping you or inhibiting your program and or your progress? So here, Brother Umar Johnson is going to take the words right out of my mouth, and he's going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the manosphere and what's going on and how some people just think that the manosphere is just unsatisfying and why. So let's jump into his words here.
I'm not sweating, my brother. Don't hate. Beta males. See, this is my problem with you beta males. And I'm not talking to everybody in the black manosphere. I'm not talking to everybody in the black manosphere. But I want to say this. No disrespect. A lot of you brothers in the manosphere are angry at black women because you can't get the ones you want. A lot of you brothers in the manosphere, no disrespect, and I know it's not everybody, but a lot of you brothers in the manosphere, Washington, D.C., I need a location. A lot of you brothers in the manosphere are angry at black women because you can't get them.
Woo-wee. Well, listen, I think that says a mouthful right there, is that so many people are in the manosphere talking about women, downing women, saying they're thirsty, their thoughts, they're for the streets, they're this, they're that, they're not wife material and all this type of thing. You're projecting negative energy on these ladies, negative words, right, on these ladies because you can't get them. You're out of your lane. You haven't stepped your game up in order to be the best version of yourself that you can be. The late great KS used to say, used to talk about, average at best, and that went for men as well, right? So if you're a 4, 5, 6, 7, right, in that range, and you're shooting out your shot at 9s and 10s, you can't get her time, your attention, because your money isn't right, because your education isn't right, because yours affiliations aren't right, because you haven't stepped your game up, then you're overshooting yourself, and you can't get the type of woman that you think that you deserve. Well, number one, stop shooting out of your lane, right? Stay in your lane, drive in your lane, right? Shoot at the basket that you think that you can hit. You cannot get mad. A fisherman who goes down to the local pond goes out fishing should not get mad because he doesn't have the right bait to catch the fish. If you're trying to catch a certain type of fish, that fish wants a certain type of bait. And if you're not using the correct bait, the correct amount of bait, correct type of bait, and you're wondering why everybody else is catching fish and you're the only one catching them, you got to look at yourself and understand what you are doing wrong. And that's what we want to analyze here, right? So if you got anger issues, you got money issues, you got mommy issues, you got car issues, you got psychological issues, past traumas from past relationships, past traumas from childhood stuff that you got going on, your money isn't right, you all this different type of stuff, then you should not get mad at the ladies because they are not giving you the time in the day and the amount of attention that you think that you should get, right? Should not get mad at them. Should not get mad at them for these types of things, right? So stay in your lane and step your game up. He's going to talk about it. Let's listen to him.
That's not a political problem. That's a beta male self-development issue. That's a beta male self-development. Don't get mad at black women because you can't get the ones you want. You understand me? Now, if we got issues with sisters, and we do, that need to be addressed. But a lot of you are not about the political development of the black family. You are not about a solutions oriented. You are not about a solutions. You are not about a solutions oriented approach to black male-female relationship conflict. You are simply mad at black women because you can't land no cookies.
Okay. So listen, what are the solutions that we're talking about, right? So get your GED, go back to school, learn a trade, learn to do things around the house, become the alpha male type leader that she is looking for, build something. That means go to work, get a job, establish your own place to live. If you're living in your mama's basement and living with your boys, playing PlayStation all day, right? Work on these types of things. Even if you're doing those types of things and you're not to the particular level that you want to be, continue to work on those things. If you stop chasing the tail, if you stop chasing the woman and start chasing your dreams, your hopes, your desires. I played a clip by Morgan Freeman when he talks about this, right? Just go after what you got to go on, and they will chase you. There was a famous clip from a Chris Rock movie. I think it was called "I Think I Love My Wife." That movie, where he's getting in trouble because he's chasing all these different women, and the boss of the company finally tells him, "Listen, you can lose lots of money chasing women, but you'll never lose women chasing money. You can lose lots of money chasing women, but you'll never lose women chasing money." So understand that from that movie, I Think I Love My Wife by Chris Rock. Understand that principle. Get your money right, get your education right, get your head right, get your psychology right, get your past traumas taken care of. Go back to school, get your GED, learn to do some things, learn to work with your hands, right? If we're believing everything that's being said in the manosphere, if you take those things seriously, right? Your red pill, manosphere, alpha male, trying to be high value man in training, right? The Henrys, whatever, high earners, not rich. If you're trying to become all this type of stuff and you're following these different type of philosophies, then you will understand this philosophy that women are looking for generally for alpha males who are strong leaders and all that kind of stuff. Sure, there's some women who will say, I don't mind building with a man, and all that. And that's fine, right? This is not all women and all that kind of thing. But if you are one of the men who are subscribing to this, then you understand that you are supposed to build and the woman is supposed to nest. Not trying to be that's what the manosphere is essentially preaching. You're supposed to build and the woman's supposed to come in and nest. Build something first and then let the woman come in and nest, right? Turn that house into a home. So stop blaming the fish for not jumping on into the boat, onto the hook. Stop blaming them. Look at yourself first. Do some self-analysis. Look at yourself and take an inventory of yourself and say, how can I improve myself? Do I have anger management issues? Do I drink too much? Do I smoke too much? Am I always high? Am I playing PlayStation all day? What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? What is my 5-year plan? What is my 3-year plan? Do I have a 6-month plan, right? What are you trying to do in order to improve yourself? And once you begin to develop those things, then other things will begin to fall in line. But the first thing you have to do is look at the mirror and talk to yourself.
Let's just keep it a buck. Let's just keep it a buck. Your issue is not black women. Your issue is your beta male energy needs to be worked on. You need some self-development. You need some relationship coaching. Your problem is a lack of quality coochie.
Quality.
That's what your problem is. You can't get the women you like. That is not a black family crisis because you can't get the woman you like. That doesn't automatically mean the woman is a feminist because you can't get the woman you want. Stop making your personal internal conflicts a political crisis for the whole community. Stop making your personal relationship problems a political crisis for the whole community. A lot of you in the manosphere are thirsty for female energy. You want the royal cookie and you cannot get it. And because you want the royal cookie and cannot get it, you want to beat up on my sisters. Step your damn game up. Step your damn game up.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. Listen, I'm gonna put the full link in the description here. So, I think it was a good video. Step your game up, right? We're about self-development, self-improvement, developing the essential skills to be socially and mentally and psychologically whole and healed. And we're talking about all these things about being the best version of yourself, creating the best version of yourself, right? That's spiritually, mentally, physically, how you eat, how much you exercise, what are you doing, what's your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, your desires, right? So thank you so much to Dr. Umar Johnson for presenting this, right? So if you're one of these people who are in the manosphere and you're just checking it out and you're just co-signing everything that's being said in the manosphere because you're angry, because you can't get certain girls' numbers and because certain girls won't give you the time of day, number one, stop shooting your shot and understand your own lane. Stay in your lane, shoot your shot with the women that you most likely have a chance at. You know you're 4, 5, 6 in that range. You're an average person, average dude. Go after the average women. And if you can't get them, don't take it out on all women. Don't say that we have a crisis in the black community because of that. And there's certainly crises that we need to be addressing. But the first thing we got to do for all of us is to get on point, get on board. That's the first thing we got to do. We got to fix ourselves, do an internal check of ourselves and see where we're at. What are we doing to inhibit or to progress the goals of the African American community, right? What are we doing to make this world a better place, essentially? So the first thing you got to do, you can't look at everybody else's yard and your yard's a mess, right? All right. We'll leave it right there. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions. Shout out to Umar Johnson, and I really, really appreciate it.